people of the world, it's Wednesday. That means it's comic book day. Let me show you what I got. First up is Superman Action Comics number 972. This is the conclusion to the Men of Steel storyline. All you really need to know about this storyline is that the end conclusion has Lex Luthor and Superman as somewhat uneasy allies. We get a Lex Luthor that's not completely evil, and he has some redeeming qualities, and as the reader, we get some glimpses about some storylines that are going to happen in the future. Next up is Wonder Woman issue number 15, The Truth, Part 1. Everything Wonder Woman knew about Themyscira has been false, and it kind of makes her go off into the loony bin. Literally, she's really in a mental health institution because she can't handle that everything that she knew about her past is false. Greg Rucka is the writer for this, and I love his style and I love his take on Wonder Woman. I don't like DC's way of postponing and milking this out for as long as they possibly can. Wonder Woman has a comic book coming out every other week, but the next comic book coming out is going to be focusing on the story of Godwatch, which is the agency that watches over Wonder Woman. And to be honest, I don't even really care about that. I'd rather find out what's happening with Wonder Woman herself and what's happened to Themyscira. Batman Beyond issue number 4. Finally, Terry gets his new Batman costume. And he figures out the biggest secret of all about the original Joker. I won't spoil it for anyone out there that doesn't know about it. The reader found out last issue, but I'm glad that he found out in this one. Steve Rogers Captain America issue number 10. The reader is still seeing flashbacks as to how Steve Rogers became part of Hydra. And we're almost at that point in the backstory about how he got the super soldier serum. It's hard to explain, but as a reader who's admired Captain America for years, ever since I was a kid, seeing him bow down to the Red Skull is just something that feels very hurtful. I really want this storyline to get wrapped up so it doesn't stretch out for years, but it does look like they want to keep it going for a bit longer. Hulk issue number 2. Jennifer Walters has stepped into the role of the Hulk, and she's dealing with her own anger issues over the death of her cousin Bruce Banner. Up to this point, Jennifer's had a much stronger hold over her emotions, so generally we've never really seen her Hulk out, with a few exceptions here and there where she's either been manipulated or there's been some alterations in her DNA and some experimentations to the side. Although my biggest complaint is we haven't really seen her Hulk out yet. I mean, she hasn't Hulked out in this series yet, but I am hoping in the next issue we will see that happen. Inhumans vs. X-Men issue number 3. In the big war between the Inhumans and the mutants, it seems as though the X-Men have the upper hand. They made the first strike, but a couple Inhumans were able to escape, and they also were able to destroy the machine that Forge made that was capable of destroying the last Terrigen Mist that's on Earth. And we know there's going to be a counterattack by the remaining Inhumans that weren't captured. So far it's a good series, but there are some questions as to where the other superhero teams are and why they're not intervening here. It seems as though Captain Marvel would be right in the middle of everything. Although Ms. Marvel, who is an Inhuman, is a part of this, and she's also part of the Avengers. Star Wars issue number 27. This is a continuation of a backstory involving Yoda. He's on a planet that's very force sensitive, and it seems to be run by children. He's holding back his own abilities against the children since he doesn't want to hurt them, but the planet itself has rocks that are very force sensitive in their own right. It's somewhat of a good story, and I love anything about Yoda, but I would have loved a backstory based on his origins much more. Finally, I read Thanos issue number 3. It's Thanos versus the Shi'ar Imperial Guard. The Imperial Guard are badasses, and to see them all take on Thanos was pretty cool. Of course, the Imperial Guard has an advantage. Thanos is dying. He's trying to find a cure for himself, but up to this point, he's been unsuccessful. I'm curious to find out what the end result of this series is going to lead into. Maybe it's going to be leading up to a new cosmic event that's going to be taking place that's going to be centered around Thanos. But that's it. That's my comic load for this week. I also read the first issue of Odyssey of the Amazons, but I'll talk about that separately. What did you guys get? Leave comments down below and let me know. And with that, I'll leave you guys. Thank you guys for watching me in this video, and I'll join you guys with another video very soon. Peace, love, namaste, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. I know there's a lot of hate out there for the new Batman Beyond costume, but I'm loving it. In fact, I'm liking it so much that I think I'm going to be making my own version of it very soon. Stay tuned.